Rerouting the wheat, a simplified action plan for special program in the arts. As stipulated in Article 14 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, that the state will take care of cultural preservation rooted from the uniqueness of individual artistic freedom. The Department of Education is an agency tasked by the Philippine government to monitor the implementation of such provision. Thus, they are held responsible in planting the seeds of culture to every learner. As such, the special program in the arts is a program introduced by the Department of Education to give talented students a chance to enhance their talents in different fields. The program provides a change and innovative culture that provides students to be more creative, self-directed, talented, knowledgeable, and competitive in the global market. With the implementation of this program and based on feedback, several problems are encountered by various school stakeholders, especially teachers and students. Incongruence from the Research Center for Teacher Quality, they presented the result of the study conducted by World Bank that there were 50% high school teachers felt that they need more in-service training opportunities as an individual support that they most need to improve their classroom teaching. A survey in-service teachers, the need of professional training and learning was on the imperatives for teachers. And this can be related to the importance of enhancing their practice. Also, World Bank pointed that there were issues on teachers' development. First, professional development opportunities currently offered to the teachers frequently fail to meet even minimum levels of quality. Systems at the school levels to support teachers are not working well, and budget allocated for human resource training and development is often low. On study of Sebastian, majority of the teachers and students in the implementation of SPA were insufficient of learning materials. And Moiso, Nasa Rivereje at Tohomosi study indicate that in-service teacher training has a significant impact on teachers on their academic qualifications, competence, and professionalism. However, these advantages can only be achieved if the training is correctly designed, conducted, and assessed on a continuous basis, and if certain resources and rewards are available. So this is my action plan. I have here, the current status is specialization is given. Specialization, this means specialization subjects were given to faculty who are not vertically articulated into the SPA due to the lack of faculty. So the objective is enhance the teaching competence of SPA teachers. We cannot deny the fact that in the Department of Education, even if you are not major in MAPE or major in arts, you will be given a load depending on what program needs to be filled in first. So proposed change, faculty who are equipped to deliver specialization in SPA, even if they are not vertically articulated, that can represent the SPA branding. Change leader are the program supervisor, coordinators of MAPE and SPA. The action steps for implementing change is mag-in-service training tayo, planning and mapping of learning targets for SPA through contextualizing of learning objectives. Okay. Because admittedly, when I was in DepEd, the learning objectives are more on they are not contextualized. So here in Mindanao, we cannot say, for example, in North Cotabato, we cannot say in our learning objectives, explore the students in going to the museum to gain different knowledge about the history of this era. So we don't have a museum here in North Cotabato. The only we have is the Museo Cotabato, showcasing only of the product of North Cotabato. So we can contextualize that instead of bringing the students into a national museum, we can use the what is available in your surrounding or in your community. That is contextualizing. And team involvement, the program coordinator for SPA, the MAPI, and the MAPI coordinator, master teacher of department, and the teachers. Why I include the master teacher of the department? Even though that the master teacher may not be a MAPI major or SPA teacher, the teaching strategies can also be taught by the master teacher because they are master teachers. And the monitoring strategy twice in a school year of evaluation for the program conducted, the contextualized manual with learning objectives per discipline, aligning of the faculty for specialization. Pero as I've said kanina, there is a problem of insufficiency of teachers. So instead of aligning faculty per specialization, why not equipping the faculty per specialization? And I also included here the budgetary requirements or the source, MOOE, and timeline before the start of the school year and the middle of the school year. Why before and the middle? If there are inputs, it can be given before the start of the school year, and to correct and to see or to check if the inputs were initiated properly, there should be a check and balance during the middle of the school year. And performance indicators, all of the faculty in this program can design their own contextualized learning objectives. And for another current status is faculty under SPA were not master's degree nor undergone special training. So most of the training were conducted online. However, there are fees, there are registration. So there should be a way to make these teachers equipped. The goal is same with the status in number 1, enhance the teaching competence of SPA teachers. And the proposed change is faculty who are equipped to deliver specialization in SPA that represents SPA branding. And the change leader, same with in number 1, the program supervisor, the coordinators of MAPI and SPA. And the action steps, I made a title for this, Balik-Aral, implementation of professional and personal development plan. And further studies, seminars, training, etc. And encourage research works, because in depth ed, there is a corresponding point if the teacher involves and publish also their action research. And for teacher involvement, team involvement, I put here program coordinators, PA MAPE of SPA and MAPE, master teacher of the department, and also the teachers. The monitoring is updating of learning development plan. In my case, when I was at depth ed, some of teachers are very true in their learning development plan and few are not. So this might be the time that there should be a review regarding of the learning development plan of the teachers. And also if there are scholarship, it would be better. And the timeline for this is the whole year round. And performance indicators, at least 85% of the faculty can earn master's or even higher graduate degree. For the next current status, 50% of the faculty meet the minimum 2 COT. And for the objectives, I decided to be the same with number 1, enhance the teaching competence of SPA teachers. For goals, SPA faculty excelled in performance and meet standards. For change leader, I put here program supervisor, program coordinator, SPA, and MAPI teachers, and master teacher of the department, and all of the teachers in special program in the arts. I give a title for these action steps of implementing change, teacher-friendly COT, a classroom observation tool proposed contextualized for SPA only. So So the one that we use in COT are the same in regardless of what field, but I think it would be better if the content of the COT should also cater the needs of the SPA teachers. And then for team involvement, I include principal, SPA, mapping, master teacher of the department, and teachers. Why I include principal? Because principal needs to stand with her or his teachers. So, kailangan andun si principal para ma-monitor niya rin kung ano na ba ang nag-gain ng kanyang mga teachers regarding of professional and personal development. And then for monitoring strategy, systematize, individualize, faculty file. So it should be that in a department, there should be a file regarding of their COTs, their trainings, their individual learning plan, and for the fund, MOOE and PTA fund. And for timeline, every beginning of the quarter and near end of the quarter. Why every beginning of the quarter? Because it should be that teacher must be given a time for him to correct the agreement or the suggestions or the feedback given to her from by his observe supervisors or the one that observe his class. And for performance indicators, as for provision, completion of COT per school year with a high score. So it should not be just for the compliance. It should be for what should I gain, what should I need to gain, and what should I be gaining. So another current status is parents were not aware of the SPA as offered by the school, resulted to low admission in the program and does not reach the minimum number of students equals to 11. And disseminate immediate information. This is for the goals. Disseminate immediate information on changes and enrichment made by the Bureau of Secondary Education. It can also be done during the early registration. For proposed change, I have here a multifaceted road to mark SPA brand to the community. And for the change leader, the program supervisor, the program coordinator, the special program for the arts, the teacher of the department. And for action steps, I gave her the title ICU. ICUU. Pero it can also be ICU. Intensive conduct of understanding and or disseminate what is SPA, an information education campaign material and dissemination and updates or UP updates on bulletin boards. And for team involvement, I have here coordinator, the SPA of and MAPE, the master teacher of the department, and as well as teachers. And for the monitoring strategy, checking the rate of enrollees, where we can get the fund for making information education campaign material. We can have it from MOOE, PTA, ASF, and other stakeholders. And this is school year round. And for the performance indicators, it should be that the SPA students, population of the students needs to exceeds the minimum number of enrollees per specialization. Excuse me. Third, conduct of school-based orientation to school community that offers SPA. We can go to elementary schools and then we can disseminate the program. Regarding of the best practices, this may give a driving force for teachers to ensure quality in their endeavors as teachers of SPA and students to play the role of essential of them as SPA students. And we can added to team involvement, I include here the LGU and other stakeholders also. Another current status is only coordinators were given learning kit about the SPA. However, there were no re-echo of knowledge made. So I have here the goals: provide essential learning packets to teachers to update learning materials and resources. And for the proposed change is a multifaceted road to Mark's SPA brand to the community. And for change leader, the program supervisor, program coordinator, SPA and coordinator of SPA and MAPE, master teachers of the department, and also the teachers. And I have here action steps of implementing change, planning of municipal level association of SPA teachers to have a learning resource center or e-learning hub with updated information from central office of regional office down to the division level, then to a municipal level. And for team involvement, program coordinator of SPA and MAPE, master teacher of the department, teachers, LGU, and other stakeholders. For monitoring strategy, use of specialized monitoring map on the achievement of this proposal, and we can get help from MOOE, PTA fund, ASF, and other stakeholders. This is a whole year round. And performance indicators, evidence of mini library for SPA specialists containing learning packets of, or putting up e-learning hubs. This is per teacher or the specialist in SPA program. For example, if I am the teacher or the specialist in multimedia, I should be having in my class e-learning hub or a mini library containing essentials for my field of specialization. And next, current status. Feedbacking were done at the end of the school year, wherein suggestions may not be implied or things needs to be corrected may not be achieved. And the goals: to develop a culture of timely feedbacking. And the change leader, our program supervisor, program coordinator of SPA and MAPE, master teacher of the department, and as well as teachers. For action steps of implementing change, use of standard template for feedbacking on quarterly basis on teachers' performance and students' performance on specialization for monitoring as result from COT or timely address the concerns. Because the culture is feedbacking is done twice or once in a school year. So it should be that in every quarter, feedbacking should be given for the teachers to correct what are the needed things to be corrected. And for team involvement, program coordinators of SPA and MAPE, master teacher of the department, the teachers, LGU, and other stakeholders. And for monitoring strategy, use of template for constructive feedbacking. And why constructive feedbacking? It should be that when giving a feedback on the performance of the teachers, it should be objectively given, not subjectively given. And where we can get the fund for it, MOOE and PTA fund, and they should be done on quarterly basis. And for performance indicators, all faculty needs to have or needs to present a template containing constructive feedbacks from their mentors and indicating the agreement on how to meet those feedbacks and suggestions. And this is Rerouting the Wheel, a simplified action plan for the special program in the arts.